Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is now available on Disney+, and you can actually watch it in IMAX form as well, which uncovers a lot of things about the movie that we didn't catch when we watched it in theaters. And spoiler alert, we are going to be talking about one of the post-credit scenes from this movie. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, you might want to click off the video. And it is the more important of the two scenes, and we now have explanations and actually a breakdown and clarity from a Marvel writer when it comes to what the Doctor Strange 2 Third Eye post-credit scene actually means, what it means for the future of Stephen Strange, what it means for the future of the MCU, because it's actually a pretty big deal. So, the core plot of Doctor Strange 2, we already know. It's the Darkhold's influence on Wanda. It's her trying to get to her kids and make it to where she can always protect them by traversing the multiverse. If they were ever to get sick, well, there's infinite possibilities of cure. So she could just go find it and basically put this protective bubble around her and her kids. But in the middle of that, she left a lot of bad things in her wake. And she's a mother, and that was her excuse until the very end. And of course, she's going after America Chavez's power, and you guys know how that works. Well, Strange, he had to get dark. He had to dive into the Darkhold. He actually gained his own third eye on his forehead, which is identical to the one that Sinister Strange had when he met him. Now, I don't think that he is going to be Sinister Strange, but he went dark, and he found out that another version of him went even darker from the 818 universe when you could see his fingertips were black before he was actually taken out by the Illuminati. So the big premise of this for Doctor Strange is that he's capable of anything, and he's kind of a wild card for the other heroes in any universe he's in because they don't know how far he will actually take it. Well, we get to the end of Doctor Strange 2. Everything seems good. I mean, you could actually insert like birds tweeting and chirping and butterflies and all kinds of happy music because that's the vibe they give you. Until he gets a bad headache and then his third eye pops out of his forehead, which leaves everybody to think, okay, that's not good at all. He is going to end up being Sinister Strange down the road. But then we see him okay, and he's actually dealing with it, and then we get the big payoff. And don't forget, we have to go back to foreshadowing from the first movie where Mordo says the bill always comes due. And then we're in Doctor Strange 2, and Wong's like, you possessed your own corpse. If you guys, let me get you recapped. He decided to dreamwalk and possess his dead body of Defender Strange to go ahead and take out Wanda. Pretty crazy, pretty dark stuff. He used the Darkhold for that, and that's how he got his third eye. So now we move forward to the end where he actually meets Clea, and she explains to him that he caused an incursion. Not the 818 Stephen Strange that also caused an incursion, which is why the Illuminati decided to take him out completely, but R616 caused an incursion. So there's this track record. There's this pattern of Doctor Strange. Bad stuff happens wherever he goes. You think that with Wanda, but it's actually parallel with Doctor Strange. So Clea says, we have to go. Do you want to help me? We're going to go fix what you did. We're going to go off to the Dark Dimension, which he hasn't been to since the first movie. And then it ends. So him and Clea are off to the Dark Dimension to stop or fix the incursion he caused, which I don't exactly know how that happens once the incursion starts. Not sure how you fix it, but we do know that it blurs the lines of two realities, and if one reality can overtake the other reality, it wins. And then that other reality completely dies out. Everybody's dead. But if they can't come to one or the other taking them, then they're both gone. So it's kind of a bad situation either way. So we'll probably get details in the future in Doctor Strange 3, how they actually fix an incursion. But the third eye, that's what everybody wants to know about. And writer Michael Waldron actually did an interview with Rolling Stone, and he talked about it. He actually talked about the eye and how Stephen's going to have to battle some really dark stuff moving forward. So we know he embraced the darkness, right? And that's what Waldron says. He said it was doubly exciting. It's like, well, if Strange has embraced the darkness a little bit, he's figuring out how to live with it. So what does that mean for our hero, he says? He says it poses an interesting question, and then Clea comes along and says, well, you did it again. You caused an incursion. You did the thing, perhaps the only thing you were hoping Wanda wouldn't do, and now we're going to go fix it together. How they're going to do that, I don't know. Obviously, that's a tease for Doctor Strange 3, which we will more than likely get. But Waldron, he says he's going to have to battle the darkness. And I think that's going to be a reoccurring thing for Steven moving throughout the future of the timeline of the MCU into Phase 5. And I truly, truly feel Doctor Strange will be a part of this Secret Wars timeline if that's what we actually end up getting. I see him being around for another 5 years. I see Wanda being around for another 5 years. And I see Thor being around for another 5 years. But they're kind of opposite. Wanda realized what she did, and it seems like she regressed, and really kind of it hit her at the end what she had to do to sacrifice to make up for and atone for everything she did. I feel like it's the opposite way for Doctor Strange. I feel like he's dabbling in the darkness. He's using it when he needs to. He's already shown he'll cross whatever line he needs to for the good of what he feels to protect everybody. I feel like the roles are going to be reversed. I feel like you could see Doctor Strange start to go down that path a little bit as we move forward. So which Doctor Strange will we get when we finally reach Secret Wars or Avengers 5? I have no idea. But they are laying the foundation in these little tidbits for him to get a little darker each time. Then he figures out how to use it, figures out how to cope with it and live with it. But then he goes a little farther, dips his hand a little deeper into the well, which they're going to the dark dimension. So we'll see how that goes. So there you go. That's kind of an explanation from the writer of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't think we'll end up with Sinister Strange. I really, really don't. We've already seen a version of Sinister Strange. I don't think ours is going to get there, but I definitely feel like the 616 Doctor Strange is going to have to wrestle with this darkness as we move forward. And maybe in the end, the culmination of it means he becomes kind of like an anti-hero, kind of like Wanda did. I feel like they're on parallel paths, but it's now been reversed, if that makes any sense. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your breakdown of it and how you think it was supposed to be perceived. And I'll see you guys soon.